Welcome back to Halo Halo. This past Thursday, the 31st annual Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival kicked off with their opening film, Everything Before Us, Wong Fu's first feature, which follows the story of two couples in different stages of love, living in a world where everyone's romantic life receives a score that affects the rest of their world, including their careers. Here's part one of our interview with the cast of Everything Before Us.
My character works for the Department of Emotional Integrity, and I am, well, you got to see the movie to get it, but I'm kind of, yes, well, I'm a part of that process. And I'm very committed to my work and not so much committed to maybe what should be, but what I think should be, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Now, what was the experience working on this first feature film with Wong Fu Productions?
Those are the best guys ever. I love them. Yeah, they're so cool. They're so fun. They make incredible stuff, and I'm just happy to just be a part of their stuff. Yeah.
This film was amazing. I would say for Wong Fu, for this being their debut feature film, they are the most generous, intuitive filmmakers I've ever worked with. Sarah and Ben have to kind of deal with the consequences of their past relationships and the choices that they've made and how it's affecting their lives now as adults. And it's interesting. It's one of the things that drew me to the script, actually, because it's you know, we make these choices at a time might seem arbitrary or like you don't want to think about it or you figure it'll take care of itself, and then years down the line it kind of comes back to bite you.
So does it kind of relate to real life? Was it easy for you to?
I'm very lucky to have a very wonderful relationship now, but I will say in the past there are definitely some things that I've been able to pull from.
And then
not naming names, but yeah.
The one thing that you were able to take after working on Everything Before Us?
What I really appreciated about Wong Fu is the way they see the world, and I've always admired it in their videos. Like it always just looks beautiful, and it's always very hopeful. And when you look at this, and I hope when everyone sees the movie, it's cinematically breathtaking, but there's also something very honorable and noble and so honest and true about every one of the characters and the story itself that I thought was really, really nice.
Well, tell me what your experience was like working on the film.
You know, it was great. I had a great opportunity working with Wong Fu. Those guys are so fun to be directed by. You know, as an actor, it's always nice when you come to set and everyone has so much fun every single day. And we just had a great time. They're very generous guys. They give you a lot of room to play. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I left every day being very grateful for the story and the team. The cast was so much fun to work with. We really felt like we were just goofing around every day.
Now, you watched it last night, the world premiere.
Yes.
What was your first reaction to it? My
first reaction was, I read the script, I knew the story, but I was still emotional. It still got me, and I laughed at all the right parts. I felt it was it's great to, as an actor to come in and see them, do so much justice to the story. And it's their story, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. It's a great movie.
What role do you play?
I'm Henry. I play Ben's best friend. I'm sort of the guy that thinks he knows best. The friend that, and we have all had him, that thinks, I know what's best for your life, but is probably an idiot. So it's a huge stretch for me to play an idiot, but no, it's a lot of fun.
What do you hope people will take from the movie after watching it?
Well, Wong Fu does, what they do so well is they really dive into relationships, and I really hope people, they laugh, they have fun, but I think they're going to take away, just the complexity of relationships between people, and that love, I think, ultimately is something worth fighting for.
Congratulations, world premiere of Everything Before Us. Tell me about the experience.
Well, the experience has been kind of a whirlwind. We shot this movie I feel like 9 months ago, maybe 10. And I've never had a film turn around so quickly. So, but as far as a work experience, I can't say I've had a better experience with them working with these Wong Fu guys. They are the most supportive, imaginative, and they're just daring independent filmmakers. They're like, let's get this scene, let's make it happen no matter how we have to do it. And not in the sense that we're throwing ourselves off of buildings or anything like that, but that, yeah, that passion, that thing that that makes you get into this in the first place, that you dream of making something that can emotionally touch someone. and we actually got to see it last night, and there's like such a heart to this film. The core feeling of the film is exactly the kind of thing that we had the ambition to create together, but they had changed the film around so much that it was so refreshing, because sometimes you watch films and you're like, oh, this is the script that we shot, and then you're kind of like, and now this is gonna happen, and now that's gonna happen. But this one I was like, oh, what's going on here? Well, I don't even know. I'm like, popcorn, what are we gonna? Yeah.
Now, your characters, or the situation that your character gets into, is kind of interesting because you have to not get back together with your ex, but tell me a little bit more.
Like, what if you were forced to deal with your ex-girlfriend again, like your ex-boyfriend again? Like, what if there was a government institution that made you make that phone call and like sort everything out? You're like, not like, peace, bye Felicia, like, you know, not yeah, it was not that, not like, delete me from your phone, thank you. No, like, actually, no, we got to make this happen. Yeah. So it's I think one of the wonderful ideas about this movie is like, what is so crazy about it is this thing that we give ourselves a pass on doing. It's like, I'm just not going to resolve my broken relationships. I'm just going to leave them.
What do you want the audience to take after watching the film? Or is there anything?
I think, or I really hope that the audience takes away the idea of what a relationship is, and how it has a lot to do with love, but it has a lot more than just love to do with it. So I think that is really kind of what this film is going for, and I do think that it gets that in the end.
For those of you who missed the screening of Everything Before Us, the film will be available on demand through Vimeo beginning June 3rd. Tomorrow, we chat with the rest of the stars of the film, as well as Wong Fu. Time for another break, but when we return, the cast and director of Love, Arcadia is here to chat about Love, Arcadia, and Boba. All is explained after the break.